Hello, everybody. My name is Matthew Dobler. I'm an attorney from Pittsburgh, and I have this YouTube channel called The Online Litigator, where I try to talk about things that are important to people who find themselves trying cases online. I'm going to save all the stuff about liking and subscribing. But again, I do want to point out to those of you who aren't maybe as familiar with YouTube as other people, liking and subscribing is important. It's a valuable thing for you to do when you like videos. So please hit the like button. Okay, I wanted to talk quickly today about a phone call that I had. I was talking with a friend of mine who is an attorney that's been trying cases for many, many years. He's a very skilled litigator, and he was getting ready for his first Zoom-based deposition. And I was telling him how much fun I have with them and how much I enjoy them. And he was saying, yeah, but what about the documents? And he was saying sort of the classic lawyer's lament, the classic online litigator's lament. He was saying that he's got great documents and he really wants to confront the deponent with these documents, and he really wants to catch him in that crestfallen moment when he realizes that these documents are gonna smoke him. And I was trying to encourage my friend, and I was trying to say to him, you can still get that moment on a Zoom deposition. You can still have all of that suspense. In fact, I think you can have more. And so I just wanted to real quickly come on here. I know that a lot of people have talked a lot about documents at depositions, but I just wanted to add my 2 cents. So I think that there's really 2 ways to deal with documents at depositions. Obviously, they are either to put them on the screen or to have the physical documents in the room with the deponent somehow. So if you separate the world into those 2 categories, and first let's look at putting them on the screen. Then once you're looking at putting them on the screen, I think there's 3 ways to do that. The first is in any type of a quick way to organize images. So that could be PowerPoint. You could use PowerPoint slides to put the documents somewhere. In fact, I think that's a very, very easy, very powerful way to do it. Frankly, you could just put them in a folder and use the preview feature of the Finder or on an operating system. You could do anything you want like that, just to get them up on the screen, and then basically you share your screen. That's simple. If you have more documents and you can't keep track, of course, if you have PowerPoint, you have to start at the beginning and end at the end, or there's some nonlinear ways that you can manipulate PowerPoint, but it's really not designed for that. If you have so many documents that you're going to be jumping around, then you should start to look at some sort of a document management tool. So Trial Director is the classic one. That's the one that all the pros use if you go to a trial in a courtroom. And you can certainly get Trial Director and you can run it during depositions. In fact, that's how our firm does it. We have a paralegal who is trained in Trial Director, and he comes into the depositions just like anybody else, and he shares his screen and he just calls up the documents as we call for them. That's probably the easiest and simplest way to do it. It's probably also the most expensive way to do it. You can also look at TrialPad, which is an app that you can use on your iPad. I've tried whole cases with TrialPad. I've turned other lawyers onto it. It's a very, very easy to use tool. It's very powerful. It doesn't get you all the bells and whistles of Trial Director, but for most depositions, I would imagine that even if you've outgrown PowerPoint, TrialPad will get you everywhere else you need to be. So once that's getting the documents on the screen. That's the on the screen way to do it. The other thing that we talked about is getting the physical documents in person. I've actually never done this. I've seen some videos online about this, and the suggestions that people offer are basically just to mail the documents, overnight them, send them to the court reporter. If you don't want opposing counsel to see them in advance, then send them in a sealed envelope. And this is where I think you can really make something do that. But you can certainly ask questions to the witness where you say to that witness, now, that envelope that's in your hand, you've never seen that envelope before, right? That's right. You have no idea what documents inside there, right? Right. You can build that suspense, I think, and really get them to the place where they're sitting there and make them read the document on camera. Again, I think that just because you're not there does not mean that you can't build that drama, and that you can't build that suspense, and that you can't still have that moment where the witness all of a sudden realizes, and they get either a nervous look on their face or they'll start moving. You'll see it. you'll be able to see it. In fact, you'll see it closer because you have a closer up view of their face than you do when you're sitting there in person. So that's my quick hit. I think the idea should be to try to stay engaged with it, try to stay excited about it, and recognize that you can still do what you want to do. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.